If you're feeling like this year flew by and you didn't do enough, stop right there. There's still time to reset, reflect, and end 2024 feeling fulfilled. Today, I'm walking you through the exact steps I'm taking to reset my life with a few gentle practices. Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Here I talk about personal development, creating the life of your dreams through small, consistent actions. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe to my channel to never miss any future videos from me. The first practice I would like to share with you guys today is called Joy Inventory. The way it works is instead of writing everything you achieved in 2024 and also everything you failed to achieve in 2024, you are writing all the things that brought unexpected happiness, unexpected peace into your life. You're basically answering this question: what did I enjoy doing most? I really like this practice because it makes you find those moments that you would otherwise just completely ignore. You really have to sit down, open your photo library, for example, and go month by month and list all the things that brought unexpected joy into your life. For example, when I was doing this exercise, I opened all of my photos and I realized that in 2024, I actually spent a lot of time with family. And the thing is, I kind of knew that I spent a lot of time with family, but those little moments, those little tiny moments that brought a lot of joy into my life during all of those moments when I spent time with my family, I kind of forgot about them. But looking through all of my pictures, maybe looking at my calendar, like seeing all of my flights, it really reminded me of the things that I enjoyed most in 2024. I also remembered that I really enjoyed starting a new hobby, bouldering, because in 2024, I went through this existential crisis of I stopped liking going to the gym, and because I know that exercising is really good for us, I was feeling quite sad because I felt like there was nothing else for me to do. I remember at the beginning of 2024, I felt really tired of doing yoga because in 2022, 2023, I literally practiced yoga almost every single day. So by 2024, I was completely fed up with it. And I also stopped enjoying going to the gym. So I was like, what do I do now? I don't want to run anymore because in 2022 I ran a marathon, so I was also tired of running. So I just felt very demotivated when it came to sports. And somehow, probably after watching a YouTube video, I discovered bouldering. And now thinking back, I know that I enjoyed the sport so much. I remember my very first class, I found the pictures and the videos from my first lesson, and I just remember that after the first lesson, I felt so happy. I was like, oh my god, I discovered a new sport that I'm actually enjoying. So yeah, I highly recommend this practice, Joy Inventory. Please make sure to give it a try. The next thing that I always do to prepare for the new year is I declutter my life. I declutter my physical space and also my digital space. And here, a very important thing I want to mention for you guys is I'm sure you're going to be seeing a lot of videos on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube of people decluttering everything because it's 2025. You have to declutter everything. That's the thing people do on social media. When you watch all of these videos, I don't want you to feel pressured and I don't want you to feel overwhelmed when you actually start decluttering everything, because the goal of decluttering your space is to actually feel less overwhelmed. If you like all of the pictures you have in your photo library and the thought of going through everything, deleting everything terrifies you, maybe you don't need to do that. But if you do decide to declutter all the pictures on your phone, I highly recommend the app Swipe Wipe. I personally use it all the time when I feel like my photo library is becoming more and more cluttered. It's so freaking easy to use. It basically works kind of like a dating app. If you like the picture, you swipe right. If you don't like the picture and want to delete it, you swipe left. And because of that, it makes it so much faster. It is not free though, but to me, it's so worth it because I was able to delete 15,000 photos from my phone just because I was swiping right or left. The next practice that helps me reset and prepare for 2025 is creating my no list. It's basically taking a piece of paper and writing down all the things that I don't want to do anymore because they drain me. All the things that I don't want to take with me to 2025. The question you can ask yourself here is, what do I want to let go of? What is no longer serving me? What is something that I want to take with me to the next year? And you're going to treat this list as your filter. Every single time you're trying to do something, you look at your list. If this activity is on this list, then it's a hard no. For me, what I put on my no list is every single time I need to record YouTube videos, in the past, I would put a lot of other work tasks in that day. So I would have to record YouTube videos, I would have to respond to my emails, I would have to like edit a video, do this and that, like a bunch of other tasks. And then I realized that all of that really drained me. Like when I sit down to record a YouTube video, I spend a lot of my energy in front of the camera and I can't really do a lot of brain intensive activities afterwards. And so what I decided to put on my no list now is bad time management, I guess. I don't want to set unrealistic expectations anymore, because when I do that, it doesn't make me happy, because I know I'm not going to be able to finish all of these tasks during that day. And when I don't, obviously, I just feel sad, and I don't want to be feeling that way, because I know that all of that could be prevented with the right time management. Practice number 4 that will help you reset your life and get ready for 2025 is called lessons learned. And here I want you to sit down and think, what are the things you learned in 2024? And I want you to write down 24 things. Maybe you're gonna be like, oh my god, that's too much. 24 things to write down, that's way too much. But believe me, there are so many lessons you learned this year. Because if you really think about it, it's just 2 lessons per month. And I am sure this year is full of discoveries for you. You can think about what worked and what didn't work this year, and how all of these lessons are going to guide you in 2025. One of the biggest lessons for me in 2024 was that I can be consistent in sports and feel good while being consistent. Because for the longest time, I really struggled with, I was either really inconsistent, like probably doing sports once a month, or I was really consistent, but I was hating the whole process. Like when I was preparing for the marathon, I know that at that time, obviously I was preparing for a marathon and it was really hard, like mentally and physically, but I just realized that it wasn't for me. And 2024 taught me that for me, what works best is doing different types of activities. Practicing bouldering, going to the gym, practicing yoga, going for a walk, having a library of different activities I can choose from. And so that for me was one of the biggest lessons of 2024. The next activity I want to share with you guys is a very creative one. It's basically creating a video with all of your pictures or videos that, you know, in the moment you just felt really good when you recorded that video or when you took that picture. We can call it creating a highlight reel. I found this trending audio on Instagram. You've probably seen a lot of videos with this trending audio already. I still really like using it. Even if you don't have like a social media account, I still recommend trying this practice just because it will remind you again of all the things that happened in 2024. This process is also so creative. You're choosing all the videos to include, and in the process you feel grateful. Like that's what I was feeling when I was creating my video. I felt grateful for all of the experiences I had in 2024. Watching every single little clip made me smile and made me realize that there were so many great moments in 2024. Because you know, a lot of people in the self-development space, instead of finding things that they achieved, they learned in 2024, things that made them happy, they focus on all the things they failed to achieve. It's December, they sit down and they realize that they didn't do this, didn't do that, they didn't achieve all of these goals. And honestly, I don't want you to feel this way, because for me, the best way to prepare for 2025 is with gratitude, is with all of the positive emotions. The next practice is one of my favorite. It's all about writing a letter to future you. I've been doing it for the last 4 years, I think. And every single time I receive this letter, I just want to cry. I personally use this website called futureme.org. So if you guys want to copy me, you can use the same website. If you want to actually write the letter on a piece of paper, you can do that too. For me, the only reason why that doesn't really work is I'm really afraid of losing it. And because I travel a lot, because I like to declutter my space very often, I know there's a very high chance that I'm gonna throw it away. I know how this website, for example, works. It's free. You just write a letter to future you. Usually I write a letter for the next year, and when I receive it in my inbox a year later, I open it and I read it. It's just such a heartwarming message, reading all of my thoughts from a year ago. I have also experimented with what I write in those emails, and what I notice works best for me is when I write everything that is happening right now. Like, hello, future me, this is what's happening right now in my life. I'm here, this is my my work, this is my life, this is what I'm feeling, this is what I'm experiencing. And finally, the last practice I wanted to include in this video is something that's been trending a lot on social media right now. It's your Dream Life Audit. And the way you create this audit is by using ChatGPT. I know there are a lot of people on social media as well who don't really like this trend because they say that, you can create your dream life without using AI. And I get it. But if you want some inspiration, like I'm not telling you to follow all the steps, everything ChatGPT tells you. I really hope you don't do that in general. But the way this practice works is you ask ChatGPT to tell you what your ideal day would look like based on all of the things that you want to achieve. The thinking behind it is it will help you look at your routine right now and also at your ideal routine and tweak the things that are needed to be changed. So this is the prompt that I used. You can just copy everything that's written here. I want you to help me do my dream life audit. I'm going to share my version of my dream life with you that I want to be living in 2025, and I want you to help me and write what day in my life would look like then. So this is my dream life in 2025. And then you obviously have to type out the ideal version of your day in 2025. Personally, what I don't really like about this practice is trying to be perfect. My ideal life, my perfect life, I have to be doing all of these steps, otherwise I'm not gonna achieve my dreams. It doesn't really work that way. What I want you to try to do instead is just look at everything ChatGPT tells you and think, is there anything you would actually like to implement? Because when I wrote my version of my ideal life in 2025, I realized that I would have to wake up at 5:30 in the morning. ChatGPT told me to wake up at 5:30 in the morning. And I know that for me, I wouldn't really want to wake up at 5:30 every single morning. Maybe at 6:30, like 6:30, but not at 5 and not at 5:30. So try to think and analyze and not just follow all the steps that ChatGPT gives you, because obviously it's AI and it doesn't really understand the concept of feeling good while doing all of our routine tasks. So I think it's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Your homework is try any practice from this video and let me know in the comments if you liked it, what worked for you and what didn't. This is my first video in my end year guide series. So here you can find all the videos I'll be adding in December and January. Just click right here and keep on watching.